Okay, you've all been warned. There is a pun alert. A huge run-up in marijuana companies may have burned out slightly. Shares in the Cronos group closed down 8% today. However, there's context here. We all have to keep this in mind. This comes after some massive growth. Cronos stock more than doubled in value in just the past month. Look at that chart. Rivals like Tilray and Canopy have also posted double-digit growth. That's some triple even. That's because drinks companies are reportedly interested in pot investments. I'm joined by the CEO of Cronos Group, Michael Gorenstein. He is live for us in Toronto. I see you smiling. We just can't help ourselves with all of these puns on this show. I wish they could help themselves. You guys have had an amazing run-up. I mean, in 9 trading sessions, you were up over 100%. I know you're taking a little bit on the chin today. The excitement is about the fact that, like happened with Canopy Growth and Constellation Brands, the beverage makers are interested. Please tell me, put it on the line, are you talking to several beverage companies? Are you talking to one in particular? Do you hope to be able to announce something in the next few days?
Well, we think of ourselves at Cronos as a cannabinoid platform company, which really, if you think of all the different range of products that cannabinoids and cannabis can ultimately be used in, that spans beverage, food, different type of vaporizers and inhalation, capsules. So there's a number of form factors, and I think it's important for us to make sure we're considering all options. But we've built ourselves to be successful as a standalone company, but we'll certainly explore any options that we feel can allow us to ultimately deliver more value to our patients or customers.
Sorry, I had to get that question in there. I know perhaps you cannot say, but I think the market, given your valuation, is really expecting a deal. The question I have for you is there seems to be some debate as to what it will add to the market to have those beverage companies involved beyond, obviously, monetary investment. Will it take your company, but marijuana companies in general, into a completely different direction?
Well, again, there's a lot of different directions that companies can go. And I think historically what you've seen is a lot of investors have sort of thought of the base case of you're a farmer, you're growing a plant and you're selling it. But when you start realizing that you've got molecular complexity of pharmaceuticals with the different range of cannabinoids, different effects you can have, and then how many areas you can differentiate and create products, beverage is one area that a lot of people hadn't previously thought of. You've got food, you have different, again, different types of delivery systems. And a lot of these companies that people are discussing, they have very strong distribution networks, strong manufacturing, very, very strong ability to ultimately build brands that resonate with consumers. And I think that that's a wonderful thing to have them involved in the cannabis industry.
And what about in the other direction with pharma in terms of them taking a bigger interest in cannabis companies?
Yeah, I think certainly on the distribution side, and you see this a little bit more in Europe, where it's less medicinal the way we think of it in North America and more pharmaceutical. So I think it makes a lot of sense. They'll probably be more, I'd say, laser focused in what they're working on, specifically which indication are you targeting, what's the ultimate formulation. But I think it makes a lot of sense for both industries to enter.
For a lot of people that are shocked at how far this has developed, I mean, I was talking to my producers today, and they were talking to me about, cooking contests with cannabis. Do you think we will recognize the industry in 5 years?
Yeah, I doubt it. I think that, what excited people at the beginning is you look at these different projections, and it's always hard to get the exact data, but, people usually say it's between 150 to 200 billion in global revenue. And that's really a base case where we've seen no true distribution channels, no real innovation, no developed brands. And that's really only been used, it's pretty much recreational. So when you start looking at how large the pharmaceutical aspect can get, how large the different consumer products can get, the nutraceutical area. Initially, we only thought of THC. Now people are starting to recognize the benefits of CBD. But there are well over 100 cannabinoids. And when the science behind it and our understanding of these cannabinoids continues to be unlocked, I think the industry will continue transforming and growing.
Okay, well, we'll continue to follow your story and others as more news breaks literally every day on what's going on with your companies. Appreciate it, Michael.